Hey, rich rise to all my emperors and empresses of planet Kai. I hope that you had a wonderful day yesterday because now it's the morning. But I hope that you have a productive day today. I had to drink water. You know I talk a lot, but I love all of you guys. These past 3 years have been crazy, right? If you're here, I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about. Year number one, when the needle started, was a warning, just like Rashad Jamal said. Year number two is when you were supposed to change your lives and pick either the red pill or the blue pill, whether you were going to be on the side of the light or the dark. Now, year number three is endgame. I'm on here today to talk about how when I was in my dark night of the soul, I was betrayed by damn near everyone in my family. They turned their backs on me. I've always been an intuitive, so people always have tried to make me think that what I'm saying isn't right because I will always know what they were thinking or what they had going on, and it scared them. So they would try to convince me that I was tripping. But later on, they would tell me that they couldn't stand me because I was always right. When I became a teenager, that's when those dark entities hit you the most because you're not experienced yet and they know your power before you do. So I have a family full of drinkers and shit like that. So I tried that route for a while, but that was never me. I don't even like drinking. I'm a marijuana smoker. Yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. But it's the holy bush. It's in the Bible. Um, Promiscuity, hidden incest, and shit like that could really fuck somebody up. Um, my mom, my grandmama, my aunt had to go into mental facilities because they knew things just like I did, but people tried to convince them that they were crazy, and I've actually seen them go into crisis centers and things like that because they would know that their boyfriend or husband was cheating on them. And even my own dad did it. Like, my mom just knew. She had a knowing that he was cheating on her with people from the job, and they would call the house and say, I'm going to be with your husband. I'm fucking your husband. And he'll be like, she's crazy. She's crazy. Oh, she's crazy. She's crazy. And you know, if you go to crisis once, people that don't like you or that will try to discredit you will always call you crazy, and they'll believe him even if you're telling the truth. So I've seen him do foul-ass, vile shit just to protect his name. I've seen a lot of people do things like that. One of my cousins, I believe, was touched by her own father for years, and I seen the family make fun of her. She was on drugs and everything. I mean, I would be too, probably, if my father was touching me, if I didn't have the chance to heal. 333 on the clock. And I always felt like people in the family were touching on her and stuff, but to see them make fun of her on the way that they broke her down, I look at it as a sacrifice. Like, how could you sexually abuse somebody or abuse someone, period, and then kick them in their back like you're not the one who created the issue to save your own face or your own name? It's disgusting. And I don't like it. My aunt got my cousin, when my mom died, she got my cousin to come over to Philly. Mind you, I work at Comcast as a retention analyst with 3 kids. And I was paying the insurance on her Mercedes Benz as well as my car. That was the agreement so that I was young. You get what I'm saying? So that I can have a lower insurance rate or whatever have you. As long as I paid. So I did. And I paid my car payments as well. When I went into the last year of paying my car payments, because I got into an accident and the insurance was supposed to be in my name, 444 on the clock, I'm telling the truth, she orchestrated something very heavy, which was to steal my vehicle and have it blown up. So she got my cousin, Karan Fisher, to come to Philly because she had an extra key to my car and steal the car. She put in an insurance claim. Mind you, the accident that I got into, I found out that she was lying to me about being on her insurance and about the paperwork being right. And that was another reason why she wanted me off, because the insurance company was telling her, hey, if you're the only one on this policy, no one else should be able to drive the car. So that was her perfect opportunity to have him come over to Philly and steal my car. And I was so bewildered and fucked up. I'm calling the cops like, my car is stolen, my car is stolen. And later on, while I'm still mourning the death of my mother, because I kind of veered off from that. But yeah, my mom had just passed away, so I was going through some shit. Yeah, I drank a little bit. Yeah, I overindulged just a little bit. But at the end of the day, I was like, what, 22? And I lost my mom, 555 on the clock, somewhere around that age. So that was a big change with that 555, because I was hurt. And when it come to family, and my family, they cover up some crazy ass shit. That's the way I was raised. So I was scared to go to the police to get help. You feel what I'm saying? I was scared to say anything. And in the midst of it, I was mourning my mother's death. So I was so hurt. I was afraid. And then I know who I'm dealing with. I know I would have been retaliated against. Just like what I'm going through now. And I'll explain that to you later. So I couldn't do anything once I found out who really stole my car. My cousin, Karan Fisher, and my aunt, Teresa Fisher. I've always been the one in the family that was the protector. But I'm very sensitive and emotional because I'm loyal. I'm a Taurus. I have other placements in my chart, but it's none of your business. But, you know. But, yeah, I was just hurt. Like, damn, my cousin, my first cousin did this to me. Damn, my aunt. And I can't get to work. I'm all in Philly. I work in Voorhees, New Jersey. I was floored. Like, what the fuck? So, long story short, like 3 months later, because things happen in threes, the FBI come. And they like, listen, we seen you make every payment on them cars out of your bank account. We seen that you paid the insurance on her 2 cars and all of that. We gonna help you, blah, blah, blah. And all I could think about was, like, it sounded like water in the bathroom, like faint when they were talking. Wow, 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 wow. I'm thinking, who's going to take care of my little cousin? Oh, my God. Like, I can't do it. Like, her mom takes excellent care of her. What am I going to do? But the whole time, I didn't even know she received a check for over 20 grand because I had a special edition Charger that I paid off. So that means she stole my energy, because money is energy, sex is energy, time is energy, and you have to answer to whoever you took it from before you leave this earth. And she laughed at me and told me to get over it. The fact that she took an entire vehicle and I'm supposed to come to family events and shit like that and smile. But what's crazy is that I actually found it in my heart to forgive. Even though it hurt so bad, I had to walk miles to work, move back to New Jersey just to try to get to work and everything. She was going to Disney World, Jamaica, and everything with her daughter, and me and my kids were suffering heavily. And I still found it in my heart to forgive. My cousin as well. But what I found out in life is that people get worse if you protect people that do bad things, like serial killers, drug traffickers, human traffickers, people that poison other people, people that do bad things in front of children. You will get their karma, even if you have nothing to do with it. They have to learn their lesson. Libra, the scales have to be balanced. That's universal law. By me protecting them and not saying anything, they're coming after me right now because my gifts have increased. And I decided to use them to investigate cold cases or other things that should not be happening in our community for my small group. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And you will pay for what you have done because it made you into a worse thief. What I learned from that, Teresa, is that you don't have a threshold. It doesn't matter who it is you will take. That makes you into an energy vampire. okay? When you take people's energy and you have no regard for how it affects them on their life and you don't care. It doesn't matter if it's your cat, your dog, or your family member. You will eat them alive. Now, as far as you, Quran, I am an eyewitness to you trying to swap out my meds and trying to kill me. Charles Bay had a seizure on the floor. And if a family member didn't walk through the house to put a spoon on his tongue to keep his tongue from going down his throat, he could have died. The only thing that I am guilty of is warning you guys because I could see. Please don't do this because God said hearken to the light. Don't do that. Like, I know what type of family we grew up in, but it's your job to break chains. My own cousin tried to poison me, and I still never said anything. So this is just making them into a bigger monster. By me not saying anything to my aunt, you'll be surprised at the shit that she's done now, but I'll let them handle her because she got to understand. If the FBI come to you, they got enough information, for one. For two, if they can't catch you on that, they know that you can only fake being a good person for so long. So they'll just sleepwalk you. And it's funny because I warned you to stop doing what you're doing and to become a better person because your phones and shit was tapped. And the crazy shit about it is that sometimes I think I be schizzing, but no, I was telling the truth because they want your ass. Because they seen what type of devil you were. Love blinded me. Love blinded me on a lot. Quran has also stole $2,000 from me or more. I've also witnessed men date raping men because of money. So be very careful because if people see you in a happy relationship, male or female, it doesn't matter if it's your family or not, and your family is the worst ones. If they are in a very low vibration where they jealous and like to deceive people and they like to scheme and scam and they got a relationship where the wife likes women and the men likes men and they're just beards and I don't know what you would call it for a man, beards and a dick. And then they pimp out people or drug them and rape them for money. I never thought I'd live to see the day of shit like this happening. And it's crazy. I'm just a mother. I've moved into my apartment that I was illegally evicted from during this spiritual warfare type of shit. But I got 2 degrees in that apartment. I went to real estate school twice, but I can't use the license or my 2 degrees because the Washington Township Police Department tried to give me a 20-year bid for defending myself against somebody that I testified in court tried to drink my blood. After my head was cracked open, I had to get 53 stitches. I could have died. Therefore, I had a permanent restraining order in the state of New Jersey, and since they falsified documentation after I gave them a copy of the restraining order when I moved there, and they arrested this same person from the premises, and he got locked up for a year for those charges. They tried to make me into a criminal. But why? Didn't I help you detain the same person who tried to ritualistically fuck me up? He tried to eat my pussy as I was bleeding to death. He tried to put me in a tub and let me bleed to death. But you want me to lock me up and to make me into an animal, which I am not. I passed the police exam, the sheriff officer exam, and all of that with a higher score than every military man in my family, so I'm not a dummy. Because I was going through my spiritual awakening and I had my locks in my hair, which I still do under this hat. But sometimes you got to plug back into the matrix or else people get you fucked up like y'all did. You thought that I wasn't smart. You thought that you could just throw me in a cage, and I got the chance to see what slavery is like. See, when you get charges, you're still guilty until proven innocent. It's not innocent until proven guilty. I don't even believe I was read my Miranda rights, actually. I've had the chance to see Mason set people up because you know they're all connected. I know that the person who tried to drink my blood in the bathtub has done Masonic rituals because I've been a witness to it. And I can't wait for the FBI to come to my step. See, I'm not a snitch, but the people in my family have been trying to get federal investigations opened up on me because of what I know. And since I do psychic investigations now, they assumed that I was doing readings on them, but it's whoever's in my energy. So since they have been afraid of me doing things, I only pull cards on my own because there are rules to this shit. By universal law, I cannot look into divine feminine or divine masculines, and I don't read anybody's energy without their permission. I am very high ranking. I know you see those lights. People have trolled me, like friends from high school and shit like that, and then when I've given them readings, they got scared because they were accurate. But you only wanted to play on God's top because that's who gifted me to help you. And I was nothing but nice. I used my manners, and I gave you facts. I am. I need you to understand that none of this is a game. Everybody's supposed to be cleaning up their hearts right now and becoming better people, and they're supposed to stop doing what no longer serves them because it's reaping season, and now it's one of the biggest judgments that has ever happened. See, rapture happens in sections, not all at once, and I'm sure you've had the chance to see it over the past 3 years. Your anal area is the gates of hell. And a lot of you have been opening it or messing with men that like to open it. So a lot of y'all are body jacked. Zombies. See, people were waiting for the zombie apocalypse, but it's more like a frequency and consciousness type thing. Yeah. I know what it's like to be off the movie The Matrix because I have so many people coming for me. Since I want to help people solve issues like human trafficking, drug trafficking, and murder because it's not supposed to be happening. And since false investigations were opened up on me and all they found out is that I put hours in to being a content creator, and I'm a day trader as well, and I deal with bitcoins and shit like that, and then I'm also a herbalist. Is that what you found out? That I hug trees and shit like that? Because I don't hang with anybody. I don't do any of that. But what it did was make these people that you tried to look at me or have looked at me look into you. And I can only imagine what they found. In fact, I can't imagine because it's so crazy that the shit that you're currently deleting out of your phone. Oh, how's she know they deleting stuff out their phone? How's she know? Because I told you. How could you try to kill somebody that saved your life? When I first started healing people, I sent out packages to everybody that I thought was important to me and my family, and they called me crazy and everything until they got sick and almost died, and then they took them and survived. A few family members that trolled me to see if this shit was real or not, and I don't know why, because I've always been their muse out of love, said that I was dead on until I found the bullshit that they've been doing behind scenes. And it's crazy I didn't get it from cards. Because I helped them from my heart, God started showing me all the dirty shit that has been done to me, and I had no idea. Ashe, and I show you gratitude, Elohim. Because when the blessing or blissing comes, y'all can't be in my life. I had, let me tell y'all about a setup. Because I hope that the important people are watching this. Because y'all know that I love y'all so much. They kept stealing from me and hurting me. Because they know that I'm scared to tell. They know that I'm the one hoping that they heal and become better people. So they just took me for granted. So, let me tell you a story about how after I was evicted from the apartment illegally and As far as that, let me give you a little summary because I'll do a video on that separately. But long story short, there's a federal investigation, a federal HUD investigation open. I got a lawyer and things like that after court was over. And my landlord has been doing a lot of illegal activities, allegedly a lot of identity theft, you know. So I will be compensated for everything that I lost. And the Elohim said that everything that you lost shall be returned. So let me tell you this story. Before I sent my children to Florida summer 2022, that just recently passed, my children went out with my sister. And I had my youngest son at a friend's house that we were staying at for a little while. About an hour after my children left, and mind you, I did a post that day that showed what backyard I was in. This is for the police on Ware Street. The only one with a blue tent in it. People were lighting fireworks outside and things like that. So I guess whoever was sent to harm me figured that was the perfect opportunity, because I believe it probably was 4th of July weekend or something like that, or near there. I'll come out the back door where I do my readings at. Me and a friend, and a bullet passes our face. This close. That's how powerful the divine is. And I got scared because my children left out of the alleyway to leave, and I told them to come back and return through the alleyway because of the area that we were in. They didn't have their phones, so I said, yo, I got to go outside. I don't care if they shooting or not, because the bullet goes across the face. And then whoever was shooting ran around to the front of the house and then shot. Then pulled off in a Charger. I wait outside in the alleyway because I'm afraid. I'm like, no, my children might return and they're not going to know anything. They don't got their phones on them. She's supposed to drop them back off. And I waited regardless of if they came back to shoot me or not. I didn't give a fuck because I'm a mother. And I waited out there for like 2 hours for my children to return, and they came. I find it mighty funny that somebody tried to shoot me when my children leave and then they show up 2 hours later. Did it give you enough time to see if I got shot or not? Is what I'm trying to figure out. And the shit that's been happening is so crazy that it's killing me, because you've been sleeping with my child's father for a very long time, telling him not to pay me my child support, sister, because I'm strong on my own and he should give his money to you, and out of guilt you've been buying my children shit. It's point blank period. You were fine being in a three-way because you were looking only to be a mistress because you don't love yourself. We had conversations about this. But since you tried to take me out, I know they say, oh, when you stop messing with a friend, don't tell their business, but you tried to kill me, so this is different rules. Allegedly. Forgive me. Now, the person that tried to drink my blood and kill me ritualistically, and it's in a court document, y'all can look it up. He put a gun to my head while I'm still 3 years on the same case defending myself off a permanent restraining order. And I know what cops do. To warn somebody when you have something in your hand is, can you please leave for your safety, because you don't want to hurt them. That's what type of person I am. But when somebody high off of psych meds, alcohol, and dope attacks, you know they stronger than the Incredible Hulk, and I'm 5 foot. I mean, even after the person was injured, he was outside, where is my wife? Where is she? Where is she? I love her. Where is she? So fucked up. But they failed to put that into the report, allegedly, as well as my son being there and being attacked. Because you figured out what you did after I was already arrested. They held me hostage in a police station, and I believe they tried to feed me on the 3rd day. I didn't know where my son was, and they refused to tell people where I was, and I could feel that shit. But the only thing it did was make my power stronger, because it was the cleanest I ever been. They made me go through a crazy withdrawal for the medication that I've been on for 10 years for my back, so I could have died. I had heart palpitations and everything. They was like, hey, you're going through withdrawal. But I see all these other people getting meds to secure their heart so that they can live, but they wanted me gone because they know what they did during that arrest, and they know that the reports were fucked. And when they looked at who the person was that they let back in my house with a restraining order, like they gave him my keys and everything, he was staying there. I had to send people there to get him out from jail. They let him have my car with no license. They didn't even try to arrest the person that I have a restraining order against. And when I went to court, the public defender was like, don't say anything. Yeah, and Miss Tatum, he has a restraining order against you. No, no, no. That restraining order is mine. I don't know why I'm here. And the judge is looking like, what the fuck? And then I go home, as long as I give my DNA. But honestly, I shouldn't have had to have given that, because you guys arrested this person on a property before. You know that he has like a 60-page rap sheet, and I don't have a record. Like, y'all bugging. Y'all hurt me. You tried to starve me. You stripped me of my clothes. I had to drive around town in a car that was not tinted as far as the police car, and people were laughing at me naked. At the hospital, they said, oh, she want to hurt somebody, when really I'm the victim. We're not treating her. Let her get treated in jail. So they denied me proper medical help too. Even though they took me there, it doesn't mean that they help you. I need you to know that. I was a slave. But what's crazy is that God came to me and said, you don't remember who I am? Because I was in there just, in the astral, just in deep meditation, like, how did I get here? And God's like, listen, you might not do the same things that these people do. You might not even know, but if a person shows you who they are, I told you to believe them. And if you get out of this, you got to stay away from these fucking people. So it's like God is the reason why I'm alive. That's the person who was talking to me. Like, I seen my children's names on the ceiling, and I started working out and shit. And eating only the fruit, because people don't like eating fruit, so I would collect it and eat it so I could survive. I lost like 40 or 50 pounds like in 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Terrible, right? They was trying to hurt me. But God healed me in there. And I said, from this day forward, I'm going to watch my surroundings and who I hang around. And you might love somebody, but that don't mean that they for you. Because while I was in jail, you know what this drunk man was doing? Crashing my car. Making a baby with someone else that told him it wasn't his baby the day before she went to the hospital later on. And that's another story. Yo. So I get out, and this person is trying to pursue me and everything. He did something with my cousin. Put 3 lines on my wall with blood, a ritual, 1 shoe off and 1 shoe on, and I'm telling it. I asked about it. Why is this here? He was so fucking drunk and possessed. Because my Uncle Scott does exorcisms, and I always paid attention to him, so then I learned how to do it. As well as my mother. This demon-possessed man did a ritual in my house. I didn't know what to do, because so much paranormal shit has been happening over this past 3 years. It's been fucking crazy. But he's going to stay where he is, because I'm sure after they see this video, any questions that they have about any of these people, I'm down. Because they've tried to kill me. One of my cousins had been waiting outside of my house in a green Honda, a green car. But I'm so protected. I've been seeing blue jays, cardinals, woodpeckers, and sparrows. Keep your eyes on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Sorry, y'all. I hope that was good enough, but for real, bro, shit. I had to call on all my Osiris deities and Loas from all 999,999,000 galaxies in a high vibration from every lifetime to assist. Bagala Makai is going to help me in this court case, because you guys know that I am a teacher. The last thing I remember when I had a good life, since everything was taken away, because you can't get jobs with these charges or anything like that. I was teaching financial literacy for elementary school. Children are going to football practice. But y'all took away my money and everything because of falsified police documents. So I went to the Department of Justice, and I'm not going to stop talking about this. I'm ready to plug back in. And I don't have to put my hands on anybody. Like, even my brother tried to frame me because he's a predator. He pummeled my son because him and his wife dibble and dab in drugs. And I told my father, about this, like not to give him money and things like that, but everybody projected what they do in their lives onto me. My own father turned his back on me, like to the point where I was running from niggas in the car was with guns and shit like that, and I asked him to protect me, and I was like, Dad, people are out to hurt me. And even with my sister, and like the smirks that I seen on their faces, like, good, because we don't want you to have these houses anyway. We don't got to get you sick, do no magic on you or nothing. We just gonna let these niggas take you out. But I never needed a gun because I'm so powerful. See, what y'all did was make me study even more on how to protect myself. I'm not running from nobody. Osiris Rise. Kalima. Carry. On the judicial system. On my cousin who sells drugs to kids and steals cars. On my aunt who thinks that she's on Ocean's 13. And on my sister who will sell to the highest bidder. You try to take my children away from me, but I'm the best one they can have around. I'm the reason they have straight A's because I always got them when y'all got C's and shit. I'm the one that tells them that they're smart and beautiful and going to college every day. You can't have that. If you think, I got down on one knee while pregnant. While you aborted, Candace, all 13 of your babies, the 13 ghosts, the 13 sacrifices. That's why you think you're so powerful. I feel like Wicked Witch of the East and Wicked Witch of the West. Because you know you use voodoo dolls and all that shit. You even was stabbing me in my back tonight doing magic, allegedly. But it's not going to work. It's going to get sent back to you because I still love all of y'all. But y'all got to learn y'all lessons. You don't try to kill somebody because you're so narcissistic. You don't want your secrets out. You understand? Quran watched Charlie put a gun to my head, bro. He watched them and was smirking. And I channeled the 33 consciousness and said, you know who I am. You will not do this. You feel what I'm saying? And everything else I had to say, but he didn't do it. They did something crazy to somebody else. Oh, and it's going to come out because you tried to kill me. And I told y'all before y'all did it because I had a friend I was doing psychic investigations with. And we seen an entire murder scene. We seen who was in the car. And we told them if they did it, they would be caught. But they didn't know how. Like, they didn't want to believe me. It's that I'm right about other things until it's something that you want to do. You're told not to do it because it's not of God. So then I become somebody that's crazy and don't know what I'm talking about, right? Y'all put evidence in my house. So when y'all started to try to kill me, I gave it to somebody so that if anything happened to me, it would end up on the police step. And I have somebody that's willing to tell my entire story. See, it's kind of hard for me to run to the judicial system since they falsify my documents. It's like you're flagged. And once you have charges like for attempted murder or crazy assault or any felony type of thing, they just automatically look at you like you don't need help and as if you're a monster. So just imagine my brother beating on my son, so I want to press charges so my whole family retaliates against me to hurt me and I can't run to nobody. Imagine that same abuser putting a gun to your head, but you can't run to the cops because they're trying to defend him. Imagine a neighbor harassing you and stalking you, and the police coming to your house drawing guns on you without a warrant and shit like that. And then in court, she, 33 on the clock, admitted that she was crazy. So they harassed me, banking on me being somebody that I'm not. Because this is a game and I'm going to beat the board. Everything y'all did to me should have had me lash the fuck out and go nuts. But since I'm 10 steps ahead and I know where it's coming from, I will never react in the wrong way. That's why I let my brother beat the shit out of me. See, I promised to always defend myself in front of my children. But the judicial system has made it where I had to be a crazy victim. I should have had every right with the restraining order, as well as with my son and myself being attacked to defend myself. But Spirit said, put your arms down because we're going to heal you from that pain. But he just going to have to go to jail because you're not. He was warned. He got into a car accident before he did that to my son. And he didn't even know why he did it. It was just because he was in such a low vibration. He got body snatched. Because those dark entities know who we are. And they wanted my baby because he's special. They wanted me because of my gifts. Because I'm an activist. Because I'm not afraid to speak out, as you can see. And yeah, I might look like a gargoyle or whatever have you, like I got that mean face or that militant face, but it doesn't mean that my heart is not pure at all. I have one of the biggest hearts. You can find, but if you got to prove yourself to people, then it ain't worth it. I'll prove it at the right time, like in trial. I want to go to trial because I want you to waste the state's money, because when my 3 children hit that stand, nobody's convicting me. I want to go to trial so they can see them pictures of how he tried to drink my blood and hurt me, and then how y'all trying to make me into a criminal. At the same time, he had 6 other open cases that involved weapons and beating the shit out of another woman. Quran. Allegedly, you're an informant, and them giving you that power has you out here trafficking many things. But if y'all want to know what it is, come holler at me. Give me a job. But I work for the Most High. Each day, since you guys have done isolation spells, I will be communicating with my soul tribe. You catapulted me into a place where I just want to do my job and uplift and channel humanity. See, since y'all took the ability for me to work, I had to start doing these psychic investigations and became a content creator because I had no other choice, and I had to start doing my herbs. Well, I've always done these things for a hobby, but I had to go into a full time to take care of me and my children. At the same time as being retaliated against, stalked, and shot at. And I can't get help from the police. Like, even when my son was hurt, I had to pull out my tarot cards on the prosecutor to show her I will have justice, and that her ass will be had if she tries to do me dirty over political decisions, because I'm more than just a number. And guess what? I won. Do you know how many times I've cross-examined people and become my own lawyer since I've been in court so much? Like, this is a partnership. Like, they are a conglomerate. Like, they work together. I don't give a fuck what county you in New Jersey. But not I, said the cat, because I will be speaking out. Because I'm going to show others that as long as they believe in their power, they should speak out too. Because I love myself that much. And I love the 144,000 plus their descendants that much. Now, I know I gave y'all a summary of a few different stories, but I'm going to speak on each thing separately on other videos. I'm tired. My tongue is the sword. And I am dressed in the armor of God. Also, I am back and better. Just because I have much esoteric wisdom does not make me crazy. And also, I had to start these platforms because a lot of my predictions, like maybe all of them, came true. Now, some of them I'm finding out this year that I was 12 months early, but I was right. And my mom was right about a lot of stuff. See, she was never crazy. She told me about what's happening right now when I was 9 years old, and told me what I would be going through. Y'all have been giving medicine and locking innocent people away with gifts for a long time, but now it's our time to pop out, sir. Oh, yes, sister. Have you been saying things about Zion, allegedly? He was never touched because I was the one that was molested. And trust me, that's not accepted. Just like I'm getting my own brother locked up, I'm showing you now that this is my character. And if anything happened to my son, that person wouldn't be here or they'd be locked up. Okay, honey? That shows that you don't love my children. You just do it out of guilt or because you want their fucking father. But he stopped messing with you now because he sees that my predictions are true. Allegedly, we got people out here lying about pregnancies trying to hold on to niggas over a few one-night stands. Fantasy shit, huh? But anything that I touched is off limits. And I don't know what type of shit you on, but I think that we need to maybe come on here or together as a family, all of you, and discuss the incest and things like that make people crazy when they're unhealed and can't talk about it. See, I haven't talked about a lot of other things because we're all involved, and it's out of respect for you guys. But I'm about to. The more you fuck with me, you don't realize that I come out with the truth to protect my neck. The more you mess with me, don't you realize God told me that my powers are hidden until now because it's my time to shine? I gave nothing but good advice to you, family. And since I was always so nice, y'all have done nothing but stolen from me, like uncles, everything. Because they think I have the ability to manifest, so I'll just take. But how does it feel to know that material don't mean shit now? And that all you done was for nothing, just to get dragged to hell, which is hell, jail, or to die. Because karma is God. You tried to get me out of my house because you hid some things. Sorry, y'all, in my crib. And you were willing to kill me over it. I'm not going to shut up about it. My children have suffered long enough. And I am an educated melanite being. And I call for my Kakusa, my tiger, to rise. Elohim, protect me every moment of the way as I tell the truth and chop these trees down. Like George Washington and that cherry tree, if he really did it. So get ready for y'all trees to fall. Towers. Because the more I forgive you and love you, because I still tell you that, and you still tried to attack me, isolate me, kept me away from my father's birthday party, all types of shit, because I told daddy the truth. You feel me? It's okay. Because they say that the truth shall set everybody free, and it hurts at first. Like, I even seen somebody scald their baby in a bathtub, and since I told, they punched me in my eye, tried to break my nose and shit. And it's like people been playing on my top because they know that the government has me on lockdown right now over some bullshit. So they took it just as a chance to kick me down even further into the ground. You try to take my kids and everything because you want the money, because you don't want to work. It's not as easy as you think it is. Just because you gift someone with an outfit or two, or help them get dressed because you have good style. That's what family's supposed to do. That does not make you their mother. You understand? Because I'm there for the sickness. I'm there for the boyfriend-girlfriend talks. I'm there to check bumps on asses. I'm the doctor. I'm the counselor. I'm the coach. And you can't take that away. See, God predestined me to have them children. That's what God told me. They're mine because I'm a great leader. And I was a great leader to you too, but you try to steal my persona and everything and bury me. When I had cancer, you ain't tell nobody I had it. And then later on, you and Teresa Fisher said, we didn't want to believe that you had cancer. So y'all didn't help me and left me with the person that's supposedly bad for me. He was the only one there. My sister tried to fight me in the hospital. My dad and her left and never came back. Mind you, I was on an IV in a bed. And you know how you see those videos on YouTube when you talking out of your mind because you just came out of an 8-hour surgery. It was one of them situations. And she tried to fight me because she said she's tired of me being the one having to go to the hospital or being raped. She's tired of the attention being on me. So every step of the way, she had that Marsha system, but she's beautiful and way talented, just lazy. Know how to make wigs, clothes, all types of shit. But what is it? Is it what happened to us when we was younger with our grandparents and shit? Because that's not my fault. You can't blame people for shit that happened when they were children, but you could talk about it and fix it. And that's what we all need to do. Tell the truth and put shit out on the table. Because I was molested by a lot of motherfuckers in this family, bro. And it's about to go down. And I'm coming live with it because y'all not going to kill me. The truth sets you free. And what they say, dark always comes to the light. So what the fuck is up? I used to be with that, but now I'm with that the right way. And it's more dangerous now because I know I'm not alone in this universe. The more I have love in my heart and forgive, I pull my energy back from all four corners and four winds of the earth, north, south, east, and west. I have to forgive you so that towers will fall in your life. See, when you don't forgive people, they take your energy and any success that you were supposed to have, any lotto winnings and shit like that. When you walk around hating them and you mad at them, they know that they're stealing your power. But see, since I know that, I'm not mad. But I suggest y'all repent and get honest with God because, damn it, I'm feeling real honest. See, everything you told about me was a lie, and I told you. I read the book, The Art of War, since y'all so smart, and you got to know your enemy. So if you know nothing about me or the degrees that I have or what I've been doing and I don't talk to you at all on the phone or be around you, or if I don't associate with anybody in your inner circle, how could you go to the police or the feds and say anything about me? But it's crazy because the rabbit got the gun. Everything I'm saying about you is true. And I'm a Taurus, baby. I come with the receipts. So I love you and shit, but get ready for judgment. I call judgment upon every person who has not repented. If it is approved by the High Council, you understand me, the ghetto is coming. Because that ain't right. From this day forward, expect for 555 major changes. For those in the upright, positive. For those that aren't, I'm sorry. I love you all, and I'm going to take a little cigarette break. I'll be right back. Yeah. So on this channel, we're going to say whatever comes to mind. And for anybody that has tried to take me out or if you stole anything from me or tried to kill me with meds, all of it's going to come out now. See, when you protect monsters, you get their karma. When you enable and protect monsters, they just hurt other people. And it's okay if I got hurt, but not my son. And then the fact that you bounced the baby's brain off his skull already and you're a predator, and they actually tried to do a court case against me because the charges I have with the goddamn almost serial killer shit he might be, I don't fucking know. They trying to protect Dahmer and put somebody in there without a record, and then they trying to protect this other motherfucker same way. Dahmer 45 on the clock. I gotta see what that number means. It means something. 45 instead of me, because they know who I am. So y'all know what y'all doing, and I come with receipts. And my platform will get bigger because I'm no longer afraid. I told y'all, I'm not dimming my light for nobody. Like, it's crazy because when people expect you to be a bad person or somebody that's living in your past, you're going to tell them whatever because you already know that this person don't respect you. So my sister be like, oh, how you get that money? And I done worked for it and every fucking thing. Oh, drugs. I'll say whatever the fuck you want to hear because you want me to be a bad person so bad. But at the same time, you'll mimic me, so you'll go off and do some dumb shit I'll never do, walking you right off of a cliff. I am a mirror, a Hyoka empath. So whatever you project onto me, I send it right back. So you got tricked out of your spot, baby girl. You trying to mimic somebody that never did the shit they told you. So you're a monster. You wanted this person to be so bad, but you're Harley Quinn, not me. I love God, I love you, I love myself. I hope that you use your talent after you learn your lesson one day. Hopefully it's before you leave this realm. And that goes for the same, that goes the same way for the rest of you. I hope that you learn the lessons you need to learn in order not to hurt anybody, steal, kill, or destroy them. Destroying marriages. We got so many blood diseases, sexually transmitted diseases, spiritually transmitted fucking diseases, demons. And it's your day of atonement. You got to pay. Yehuda, calling the internets, because they stole his story, you know. That's the real Jesus, Yehuda Elohim. I'm going to say Juicy J. I'm sorry, Yehuda. But I know that they love me. I know that my deities are real. I know my higher self and the infinite creator God is real. I know heaven is like a corporation. If things were made in the image, right? Then why wouldn't it be? God is there for all of us. There is one God. But underneath of him, there are other gods and goddesses. You understand? That's why I call him the infinite creator, because he's above that name God. He's infinite, everlasting, forever, God of many names. But those other messiahs underneath, from every religion, every pantheon, Orisha, deity, or Loa Gede, work in this corporation, just like a cable company or a phone company. That's how heaven works. And when you go through the saints, they just deliver messages for you, but until people realize that they also have a direct connection where they don't need to go through them. But you can call on the power of any of the 144 at any time when you need it, as long as you're in the upright. Anyway, I love y'all and stuff. Like, that's what I've been going through. People trying to do shit to me, and I got proof for all of it and witnesses. So this is the way that I'm saving my fucking life. You know, just talking to y'all at the same time too. I love my soul tribe. I love you, Mother Adina. I love you, Yehuda. I love my higher self. I love my ancestors. I love y'all again. And I show y'all gratitude even for listening. And I show the universe gratitude for everything, good and bad, for every lesson. You have the power to call out your demons. I want you to step into your power, and it's time to rise. I don't care if you don't have any money. Use your talents. Start doing what makes you happy. Even if it's the things you used to do as a child. Do what makes you happy. And rise. Know that it doesn't matter, even if it is the court system. I don't care. David slew Goliath. Truth always withstands a lie, and you can win. You are not weak. You got this. As long as you manifest while you walk. I won this. I am connected to the all. I'm powerful. I know I have my ancestors behind me. Like my Durga. means to be invincible. And that's what we are.